Our community is very unique, and many people are shocked. We expected people to go to the streets, lighting bonfires, destroying vehicles, shouting. No, that is not who we are. These people don't know us well. As when we feel offended, we feel bad, we keep quiet. Si ndio? Mtaendelea kunyamaza? Keep quiet. Say nothing. And if you feel so strongly you must express yourself, do it through song and dance.
Yes, I have realized that Gachagua is making a mistake which is normally made by very many politicians. And if he has not been able to learn from the mistakes which have been made by others, he's going to go in a political limbo. We all know that Gachagua was impeached on frivolous charges and his position was taken. However, I think there is a chance for the courts to overturn the impeachment and also name Kindiki's swearing in as unconstitutional. There is a window. Although Gachagua is not cultivating on this to make a political comeback, and he will be in a serious trouble together with the people of the mountain. Right now, the Kikuyus don't have a kingpin. There is a void. And Gachagua has all the chances to fill this void, but is not occupying it well. When Gachagua was impeached, trust me, the Kikuyu were not happy, and they are the majority in mountain Kenya. In fact, if you hold an election right now, the Kikuyus won't vote RUTO. So there is a void for a person to take over those votes. Ever since Gachagua was impeached, he has been making the mistakes I'm going to tell you in this episode. But before I tell you, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So when Gachagua was impeached, trust me, very many people were not happy, even those who never liked him, because they didn't follow the constitution to impeach the deputy president. Even today, the judiciary is not held in high regard because of the decision of lifting the court orders. But that will be a video for another day. I've realized that Gachagua is making a mistake which is made by very many politicians who want to be president. And he may be doing it unknowingly or knowingly. What is that mistake, if you may ask? Amidst this impeachment motion, there were a lot of emotions within mountain Kenya. Although they didn't come out to protest. That's why the enemies of the DP are coming out to say he didn't have support. Those are the same people who said that when William Ruto was chased out from the Mombasa State Lodge, they said that William Ruto doesn't have supporters. Okay? Even when he was humiliated during the BBI, but he came back to be a winner. Normally, when people take a long time in government, there comes a time when they don't know how to protest, most especially in Kenya. That's why it's very hard. You go in Bunge la Wananchi and others to find a Kikuyu or a Kalenjin because they have been in government. So they take a long time to protest. Normally, even if they have something that presses them. In fact, the day they come out to protest, it even becomes worse because they break the rules. But away from that, amidst the impeachment motion, Rigathi Gachagua called his people to be calm. And I think that was a mistake. Even though the people were calm, it is not incumbent upon the leader to continue calling them to be calm. They decided to be calm, but it's not your duty to call them to be calm. You just make your case so that they can back you. If they can back you violently on the street to protest, because protestation is in the constitution, then let it be. Stop calling the people to be calm when they are endangered, when they feel attacked. You cannot come, even if you don't come out to call them on the streets. But neither, you should not also come out to call them to be calm. And I think that is a mistake. Let me first play the tape when Gachagua was calling them to be calm. Here's the tape.
You have many friends like ourselves. We are there. And I say probably in what has happened to us in leaving office, at least the positive thing is that now we have enough time for friends like Nganga. You know anything happens has a bad side and a good side. We have a lot of time for friends. And friends are important, let me tell you. Friends are very, very important. And there are not many genuine ones. Wakipita tano wewe uko na bahati. Kwa hivyo sisi tuko na nafasi ya kutembelea marafiki. Last Sunday I spent a lot of time with the bishops. I didn't have time reading the Bible, looking at various interpretations, and we shall be able to do that all the time. I want to tell our people, much as difficult things are economically, just work hard. Work hard and be honest. Some of us have gotten in a lot of trouble because of being truthful. But I want to tell you, even the Bible says, the truth shall set you free. So as I wind up, so that I introduce the leaders here, I want to tell the people of our region not to get worried. Many people are calling me, oh, what's going to happen? Please, don't worry. Our community is very unique, and many people are shocked. We expected people to go to the streets, lighting bonfires, destroying vehicles, shouting. No, that is not who we are. These people don't know us well. As when we feel offended, we feel bad, we keep quiet. Si ndio? Mtaendelea kunyamaza? Keep quiet. Say nothing. And if you feel so strongly you must express yourself, do it through song and dance. Si ndio? Nyimbo tu na kunyama. And that way itakuwa nzuri. The church must remain the conscience of the state, of the nation, continue talking the truth.
That is Gachagua. First of all, in a political fight, you don't call your forces to become, you make your case. So it is incumbent upon them to show their dissatisfaction, either by protesting or by keeping quiet. In this way, the Jews have been singing revolutionary songs, but he should not continue to call them to become, because there is going to come a time when you need civil disobedience to back you. Sometimes the public opinion even shapes the decision made by the judges. Okay? Imagine if there were a protest, maybe they wouldn't uplift the court orders. Sometimes they have a ripple effect. And Raila Amolo Odinga is a good student on this. Normally he gets around justice by using the emotions. So that is the number one mistake Gachagua is using. Two, Gachagua is also making a mistake of always being in Mountain Kenya. Mountain Kenya is already liberated. Mountain Kenya is behind Rigathi Gachagua. You go on the ground, you will see that the people are still standing with Rigathi Gachagua. That's the truth. But he's ever in Mountain Kenya. I keep on telling people that if you want your people to see you as a great man, you should be able to conquer other regions. It is called reverse psychology. You look at the people who have always wanted, who have always been around their community. They have not made it. Even their people have abandoned them. Look at Moses Wetangula is ever in Western Kenya. The day he was campaigning for RUTO and moved out of Bungoma, Bungoma voted for Ruto. Look at Mudavadi. Many of the rallies were in Western Kenya. That's why he's never taken serious. Then let me also give you another example. Do you know that Raila Amolo Odinga, 90% of the rallies he makes are made out of Nyanza? Do you know why? When your people see you that you are welcomed somewhere else, they will back you. Even if someone comes and makes 100 rallies in your area, when your people see you in other areas, they will never vote for him. A clear example is William Ruto. In the lead-up of the 2022 generation, 90% of the rallies William Ruto made, 70% were in Mountain Kenya, 20 in other regions. His people voted for him. So Gachagua is making a mistake of always being in Mountain Kenya. If he wants to be great, he must go in other regions. because Mountain Kenya is already reballoted from RUTO. That is a mistake. 3, another mistake is Rigathi Gachagua is banking a lot on the court proceedings without meeting the people. I've told you that civil disobedience and rallies sometimes shape the decision of the judges. You cannot wait for a judgment when you want to be president. When William Ruto was battling Uhuru Kenyatta in courts and everywhere, he used to make rallies. And for him, he even did it early. We have almost 2 years. Gachagua should start moving as he waits for a court judgment. Because it is still 50-50. The court can come out to not uphold the impeachment motion, but it will be too late for Gachagua to move outside the country. Those people are talking about finances. Raila Amolo Odinga always puts out a bill number. Okay? You cannot tell me that Gachagua can fail to get 50 million, 100 million through fundraising. He can just put out a bill number. Very many people like him. If people like Munya, if people like Waititu can be seen around, if people like Moraro Kabeso can be seen around with fewer finances, what about Gachagua? So it is time for Gachagua to stop the mistakes he's doing if he wants to prosper and be president. Of course, that's my opinion. Do me a comment by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.